Can I have it? Oh, it's my bone. It's my bone. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Can I have it? Can I have it? Now she's got her mouth. She's going around in circles. Now she's laying down. I'm going to take it from her. I don't know if you guys can see. It might be a horrible camera angle. Beacon. Come on. Beacon. Up. Up. Now she's got it and she's laying down. Yeah, she's laying down. She's laying down. Yeah, so this is my Christmas video. I didn't intend to make a video, but here I am. So she got some bones that she's playing with right now. And then, let's go in here. So we're in the bathroom right now. I'm going to show you all what Beacon got for Christmas. Beacon was kind of playing around a little bit. So we've got some more nether bones, which I'm going to show you. I don't really know how to explain those on the camera, or to my blind viewers, but they're basically just nether bones. And we've got, I think this is a jar of peanut butter. It could be olive or coconut oil, but peanut butter. And then got some more bones. And she got some new shoes, which I already showed you in a previous video, so I'm not going to show you those. And she got another Kong, which is kind of like a cone-shaped something. I'm sorry, I don't know what you guys are seeing. Let me think over that. Probably seeing my coat. What else did she get? So she got a Kong, which I don't know if you guys can see.
Level.
There we go, it's level. Yay. Okay, so that's a Kong. I have voiceover on, just tell me what it's saying.
Level.
Okay, she got a Goody Bone, which is basically just like a rubber bone with holes on the part that would be kind of like the rounded part at the end. It has a hole through it, so you put food and stuff in there, and then they can take it out. It's meant for more like Kong stuff, but I used any kind of treats because Kong stuff is a lot of calories. Let's see. You can probably see Beacon down here. I'm tilting left. There we go. Okay, I don't know if you can see Beacon, but she's right there. And we got her favorite. This is a rock. It's from Roughwear. It's called Not a Rock is the name of the toy. It's rubber, like a hard rubber. It's shaped kind of like a ball, but with like a bunch of little weird a bunch of little weird like curves in it. She's jumping for it. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera. There we go, it's level. It's like a ball with a bunch of little curves in it, kind of, and it rolls, but kind of bounces too. And you put food in there, so you can put like I think it's like a cup or a cup and a half. And then they have to roll it around. It's kind of like a tumbler. That's what we call them, or like a treat dispenser. She's scratching, I'm sorry. Where you have to roll them around on the floor to get the food out, and she loves this thing. It's the best. It was only like, I'm a pro purchase member, so I get 50% off. I think it's 40% now, but it's for service dog handlers or anyone with a working dog. You get a discount as long as you can provide proof. And so I think this ended up being like $5 or $10. She's jumping for it. That's a no. No. Down. Beacon. Sit. Sit. Down. Good girl. So she just laid down. She was going crazy, so I had to calm her down. What else did she get? She jumped up as soon as I put that down. What else did she get? Oh, she got, there's a toy she got last night from my roommate. It's a, kind of like a tug toy, so, I don't know who it's made by, but it's like, it's not a rope, it's like a rubber rings, and they're kind of interlocked, sort of, and so they're kind of like overlapped rings, kind of. It's a very decently large. There we go. Sorry, decently large, and she can tug on one, and I can tug on the other. We don't play with this much, but like I said, we just got it last night, so we'll play with it a lot more. And she also got. This is my favorite. I got her a puzzle. So basically, dog puzzles are They come in a variety of different textures and shapes. They have plush ones that the dog can like find little animals. They have plastic ones,
Till right.
wooden ones. This is plastic. It's from Chewy. It was the only thing I could find that she could actually play with, because a lot of them have small parts that lift up and the dogs eat them. And since Beacon is a chewer, I can't risk that, because they are small enough the dog can swallow. So this puzzle, it's basically, there's some discs that overlap and they cover compartments, so the dog has to slide the discs out to get the compartments. They're on a frame, so they don't actually come off the puzzle, they just slide out of the way. And then there's some little compartments on the left and right if the puzzle's facing you. And basically it's like a hatch, so they open up and there's food inside, so you put food in there and the dog has to work at it. And then it came with little cones that you can put on there, but I decided not to use those because of the fact that you have to lift them up to get them out of the puzzle. You can't just knock it over, you have to actually lift it up. And they're so small that Beacon can swallow them, so I'm sure she would be smart enough to do it, I just don't want to risk it. But there's some with like ropes and drawers that they have to open, which is great if you're teaching your dog to pull. If you have a service dog that you're trying to teach how to pull on handles, like for your door and stuff, or your fridge or anything like that you tie a rope to, you can get those puzzles and they will pull with that rope. You can make your own too. Basically just make a tiny cabinet with food and different things. So yeah, that's a puzzle. What else did she get here? I'm trying to see. She got lots of bones. She got her pretzel bones. It's basically like an oval, nylon shaped pretzel. It's like shaped like a pretzel. That's oval and not round. So she loves these things. They're really small, good, easy to throw. She's not really a fetch dog, but if she was, she would probably love it.
Till right.
Sorry. Is that level? Sorry, sighted people. Yeah, so she got a bunch of toys. She got some new shoes. Again, rough wear boots, Grip Treks, which are my favorite. They can be worn in all weather and all terrain, because they're all terrain Grip Treks boots. She had to wear them the other day because it was like snowing, so they were at least a little bit snowing. It was kind of like a cold rain, so she had to wear them. I looked at PetSmart for a raincoat that was big enough for her because hers doesn't cover her, but I couldn't find one that was big enough. So she has a small one, and I looked for a blanket in a bag. So if anyone has any good recommendations for like packable blankets that I can put in my backpack, just for her to lay on because she gets wet, give me some recommendations, or towels or anything like that, because I need small towels and small blankets for her to lay on. Then of course she got a bag of food and some treats. Yay, she loves treats. I got some really nice, comfortable, like zipper sweatshirts. They're all soft and fluffy. And I got Pick of the Litter, which is my favorite movie of all time. I watched it 3 times. It's about guide dog puppies and how they were trained, and basically it's just a puppy raiser documentary for guide dogs for the blind. I cried when I watched that. It's a good movie. You should all watch it. Pick of the Litter. It's great. And then what else?
Till right. Level.
I got a hammock, which is great because at college, you always need a hammock. I love hammocks. A meat thermometer, which talks, which is great because I'm going to be cooking on my own a lot more, and I need to know how to see if my meat's done, because I always struggle, because we do a lot of like seasoning and like fried and breading and stuff, and it's hard to tell if your meat's done with that, because you can't feel by the texture, so it's hard a little bit. Got Sam's Club gift card, which is great because we go to Sam's Club a lot for food. Beacon is really good at Sam's Club, although it's very distracting sometimes because of all the noise and everything. What else? Sorry, I'm scratching my face on camera. What else do we do? Yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff too. I don't even know. It's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks. Yeah, so we got that. And now I'm going back in here because Beacon is running around me in circles. Okay. So then we also got, like I said, she got some food, and yeah, and so now it's the start of this second semester, but first of 2020, and it's great. And I can always make the joke that I have 2020 vision because it's 2020, and I have a vision for the future. So yay, I can say that now. Even though I'm pretty much totally blind now, I lost some more light perception over Christmas. So it was kind of sad because I couldn't even see the tree this year. We do a lot of like really bright lights, so for my benefit, and I couldn't even see them. So it was, yeah, it was sad. But you know, it's what it is. It's my life, so I gotta live with it. It's just kind of hard because I've always seen lights, so it's not the easiest thing right now. But Christmas is over, so yay. I got lots of jingle bells, and so I can hear the jingle bells, so I don't need lights. Yeah. So aside from that, she did really good at my family's houses. There was a couple of dogs at some family, and she loved them. They were little wiener dogs, and they were really cute. And then at another person's house, I don't know if she just got scared because they were kind of having a little bit of argument or something, but she had an accident on the floor.
Till right.
Yeah, so that was embarrassing. Because I was like, hey, you know, thank you for inviting me. And the next thing I know, she just goes and poops. And I'm like, oh, crap, I'm so sorry. That was stressful. But, you know, it's understandable. It's the holidays. It's a stressful time for a dog. And especially for a guide dog or any kind of service dog. Because they can't, especially if there's other dogs around. Because they can't be like other dogs. They can't just beg for food. And they can't run around. And they have to be, you know, under control. Because I'm not in my own house. So, if she were in my own house, she'd be free. My cats are doing great. I've got 4, and they were a little bit sick over the winter break. They got a cold and allergies combined. So we had to feed some of them with baby food because they wouldn't eat, because they couldn't smell, because cats, which are kind of like dogs, use their nose to smell for food. And if they can't smell it, they won't eat it. So he didn't eat it, our cat Simba. So we had to feed him baby food, with a spoon. Which I don't do that. I just use my fingers and pry his mouth open and just fed it to him on his tongue because he tried to bite me. Yeah. So all of our cats were sick, but they're getting better. When I left, they were doing pretty good. So it's been a week now, and I heard they're doing great. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. We're back here at school, and everything's going pretty good. Yeah, we're doing a lot more hands-on this semester, so it's a little bit more challenging to figure out what we're doing. But I think we're doing good. Whenever I can, I'm going to post some videos, with my instructor's permission, of course, about some of the stuff that we're learning as far as adaptive techniques, because I think it would be beneficial for sighted people, or really anyone that watches my channels, to see the variety of techniques and adaptive technologies that's out there. Because one of the things we have to design an adaptive equipment piece for the semester, and my idea is a sock aid that's hands and arm free, because a lot of people can use their hands. You have to throw out the sock aid on a rope to get it to your foot, because you can't bend your foot. A sock aid is just to help you put on a sock, and I can't really explain it unless I have it in my hand, because it's kind of one of those things. But if you know what a sock aid is, then it's like on a little rope thing. You have to throw it out to get your foot into it. And you have to have hands. So my idea is to come up with something that you can either put around your neck or your waist and kind of move it out and use it the same way, just not with your hands or your arms. And then also another thing is if they can come up with something that's like for the reachers that everyone uses. I don't know if you guys all seen those, but they're more in depending on people's disability, they might use them if they have grip strength or anything like that. And they're kind of like a giant pair of tongs, except they have grips on the ends, kind of. Or they have a little trigger button you can press to squeeze the claws in. But the problem with them is they're so sturdy you can't always feel as a blind person what you're reaching for. So my goal is to come up with something that is more tactile oriented, so you can feel what you're reaching for. Because if you can't see it, you have to get the little things right under it, or right like around it. And so you need more tactile feedback. You need like how a cane communicates that with texture and vibrations. You need that with a reacher. So that's my goals for the semester, invent things like that. We already made a dog treat dispenser for a wheelchair, which I will demonstrate eventually. if I can find a wheelchair to borrow, I will put it on my wheelchair and show you. But it's basically hands-free, but you have to have some arm or shoulder movement, excuse me. But yeah, and basically it delivers the treat to the dog beside your wheelchair. That was really fun. We created that. And what else? We're going to be learning about transfers and lifts, how to use different lifts, variety of different things. I'm excited for this semester. I think it's going to go well. And yeah.
Tilt left.
Oh,
Level.
there we go. Sorry, I'm crooked. We haven't gotten lost too much. We got lost a little bit today because she stepped off the path to go park time. So we got a little bit lost, but I mean, it's only the first week, so we really haven't had much time to get lost yet. Yeah. I think that's about all I've got to say. So, hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year / Hanukkah or whatever everyone celebrates. I guess Kwanzaa too. I forgot about Kwanzaa. Yeah, so hope everyone had a good holidays and welcome back to 2020. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully I get more subscribers in 2020. But if not, that's cool too. I like you all. So yeah, thank you all for watching and have a very good day and a good Martin Luther King Day.
Viewfinder. Focus unlock. Take picture. Take picture. Stop recording video.